Hello, gorgeous. Yesterday's full moon in Aries, which was beautiful to watch at night as it rose over the hills where I live, has inspired me via the Global Sisterhood's beautiful message about this moon to talk about masculinity and femininity in our world. They provided a quote from the astrologer Tanaz Chubb, which I'm going to share with you to begin this recording. Every so often, the two cosmic lovers, Venus and Mars, meet up together in the sky. This rare meeting happened on October the 5th, 2017, and it won't be repeated again until 2019. Venus is the divine feminine and Mars is the divine masculine. So when these two planets meet, they express a special energy that we can all benefit from. While Venus and Mars are cosmic lovers, their meeting is so much bigger than just romantic love. When Mars and Venus come together, we are asked to balance the masculine and the feminine. Masculine energy is all about taking action, and it is an outward energy, whereas feminine energy is all about reflecting and creating, and it is an inward energy. We need both of these energies in our lives and in the world in order to create balance and harmony. Now, harmony and polarity is the theme for the new moon coming up later this month. And so the Global Sisterhood are talking about this idea of the masculinity and the femininity, and how in our world there is this, we're in a male-dominated society, and some call it that, or the patriarchy, but often that gets confused with like men versus women, male versus female. But that's not healthy or helpful, because each one of us has the masculine and feminine energy within us, whether we are male or female, and we need that energy within us to be in balance so that the world can come more into balance. So sometimes with everything going on around us that we hear in the news and we read and we see in the media, it can feel overwhelming, like, what can I do? And one of the things is obviously coming into that space of heart love and, you know, acknowledging that there is fear, but moving more into the space of love as often as we can. And the other is to balance that feminine and masculine energy within ourselves to the best of our abilities in the moment, because if more people can do that, there will be more of a balance of this feminine and masculine energy in the world. And so much this masculine energy that has been so dominant affects men as well. It doesn't just affect women. And so as the strength and the power of women rising is happening, we really need to tap into ourselves to see how we can get the courage to nurture those aspects of ourselves that still need healing. And our beliefs, our ideas, they've all come from somewhere. And sometimes it's really awesome to reevaluate those, like to just have a bit of a check-in with ourselves. And that's something that I'm challenging you to do now, or, you know, create the space in the next week or so in this moon cycle to look into what it is that you believe, what your ideas are, what your social imprints are around this masculinity and femininity. And you can break it into categories, like the beliefs that you receive from your parents, like your family, your relatives, the media, that aspect, or your friends and peers, and then education and religion. They've all given us different ideas. Some of them are positive, but some of them are negative. And if we can just write those all out. So I challenge you to get a piece of paper and put those 4 categories on the page, and then just write down everything that you can think about of the beliefs and social imprints that you received around masculinity and femininity or patriarchy or male domination, feminism, whatever words come up for you around masculinity and femininity, and see what comes up. It might be like, women are meant to do X, Y, Z, men shouldn't do this and that, whatever it is, write it all out. And then when you've got it on the page in front of you, have a look at it and be like, okay, cool, I really like those ideas. I'm going to choose to keep them on. But these ones that I absorbed from my parents or from the education system I was part of or the religious system I was and part of, I would like to shift that because it doesn't serve me in my search and my desire to find more balance in the feminine and masculine within me. And simply that awareness is going to be huge, because you will notice when that comes up. We've got all these beliefs running us, but until we become aware of what they are, they just run us. It's like they're in the dark. So this process brings it into the light, and then we have the awareness. And once we have the awareness, it gives us the power to shift and to do something about it. So I'm challenging you to do that and to just feel into yourself, remembering the balance of that feminine and masculine. So the feminine energy is that really like being, flowy, creative, tapped into intuition. And then the masculine is the doing and the structure and the discipline. And at the moment our world is very much dominated by the structure and the discipline and, you know, all this very clear cut and not so much of the flowy. And we don't want it all flowy. We want a balance between the two of them. So just notice it within yourself when you are leaning more towards one than the other, and just notice. That's the first step, is just noticing it within yourself. And this is great for any time, not just this moon cycle, just any time when you're feeling out of balance, just to think about these aspects. And I'm sending you off with much love, and I would love to hear what insights you receive. And yeah, please feel free to share them with me below. And have a beautiful day or night wherever in the world you are. Much love.